Welcome to another sensitive soul sharing. Today, let's explore this topic of overthinking. What is overthinking? Why does it seem to happen to us so much? And how do we deal with it in meditation? Overthinking is often given such a negative connotation. So, what constitutes overthinking and the way in which we perceive it negatively? What I would say, and from what my own experience is, it's when I'm struggling with my thoughts. It's when I'm not able to get the things done in my day that I would like to do, when I'm overly distracted, or particularly when these thoughts that we're having cycle and they create negative emotions within us. This is when it's an opportunity to really pause and not see overthinking as something that's wrong with us or something that we need to fix, but as an opportunity to care for ourselves, care for what's going on in our minds, and care for the way in which our thoughts shape our experience and shape our emotional state in life. And what I want to talk to you about is that the thoughts that arise within our minds aren't just thoughts. They stem from our emotions, they stem from our energy in our body. The first thing I want you to take away is that when we're addressing our mind, when we're addressing our thoughts, we also need to be addressing our body, addressing our nervous system, addressing our emotions. And all this comes down to our energy and our energetic state. So when we're in our daily lives, if we're doing a yoga practice, breathwork, meditation, these sorts of practices, we also want to be mindful of and connected to the emotions, the energy within us. Moving from this space of addressing the thoughts down into feeling the body, feeling the energy if you can, or some associated sensations. And through practices that I teach in instinctive meditation and through practices that you can learn in Tantra, you can really learn to feel into these emotional states and learn to alchemize them and shift them. And this helps us to get deeper into the root of some of the things that cause our mind to spiral, cause these cycles of overthinking and these negative emotions, or let's say challenging emotions, to arise. This is the first takeaway. It's coming into the body, checking in with your energy. And often, what I find is that my energy will be contracted. And by simply being aware of what's there, giving it some space, allowing it to expand and be seen, will reduce the overthinking. This act of allowing the energy to exist and to expand. So try this out. Remember to connect back in with yourself. See if this helps when you're struggling with continuous thoughts or thoughts that are really distracting you. This brings me to the second point, which is an attitude of accepting and embracing rather than denying. And this is one of the really big principles within instinctive meditation and within Tantra, is this approach of really embracing everything in life, becoming intimate with life. And in this way, becoming intimate with the energies and the emotions that are connected to them. Do these energies and emotions arise from your thoughts? Or are they precursors that are leading to your thoughts? This is something you can explore for yourself, becoming more intimate with all these aspects of yourself. Coming from this approach of compassion, understanding, of being tender with ourselves. Because let's face it, as sensitive souls, as people who have struggled, we can often be very critical of ourselves. And it's a very nice reminder, come back to ourselves with compassion, to remind yourself that you're worth being kind to. You deserve to be kind to yourself and explore what's going on for you with this approach of compassion and with a curiosity. So, what this would look like in your daily life and in your meditation practice are these few steps. So, first, once you become aware of the thoughts that are maybe causing you some frustration or some troubling emotions, or you found yourself saying the same story in your head 3 times, as we can do, from that place of awareness, step number 1, taking a few breaths, coming into your body, and coming into this attitude of self compassion, letting go of any judgment, letting go of any criticism, and noticing that these thoughts are connected in with the energy. And if we give that energy a little bit of space, and give our thoughts a little bit of space, from there, we have a better chance of understanding what's going on with ourselves. And this can often be the most difficult part, is letting go of that judgment, of that self-criticism, saying it's okay. And that can really just in and of itself create a great transformation. And from there, rather than detaching from our thoughts and watching them just float away as if they're clouds, we are curious. We create an intimacy with everything that's going on for ourselves. This doesn't mean that we keep chasing the story or that we overanalyze or we try and find intellectually the reason behind our thoughts. This is not what I mean. What I mean by becoming intimate and curious and looking at our thoughts and emotions is feeling a sense for the energy that's underlying it, perhaps the state of our nervous system, and using the tools that we have, tools that you can learn in instinctive meditation, or that you might have learnt through other practices, to process that energy, to allow your nervous system to calm down. And from there, more insight can arise. You might find that you naturally have a greater understanding of why these patterns are happening, where this story is coming from that place of compassion and self-understanding. And this is what I always try to share with my messages and with instinctive meditation, is this approach of connecting with yourself, building trust in yourself, building love for yourself, and from that place, being able to navigate all of life's challenges and these difficulties with a little bit more ease. So thank you so much if you've listened to the end of this video. I hope that this was supportive for you. If you have any questions or personal things you'd like to share, please do so in the chat. I'd love to hear from you. And I'll also share in the description a few ways in which you can connect with me more deeply if you feel called to. Have a beautiful day, and I hope to connect with you again soon.